what happened, Al. Take our replay, and he's got it side off.
Just dug in on him. He wasn't fast enough with the correction there, I'm afraid, and that's going to hurt him. Whether they can push it off, or we're going to need a safety car to get this out.
Well, he's he's got out in the grass there. He had a little agricultural approach here to Repco.
He has had a huge accident there.
And the Athart car has come up on the inside. He's sort of tracking across to the right.
Making sure he gets out of the way.
See, I wonder what happened there. Must have been you would imagine, a mechanical failure.
And then all of a sudden, you know what's going to happen here, don't you?
Wango, another concrete wall. Let's look at the top right of the screen. Melrose, car 44, right up the wall, and then just tore the side out of the car, coming down straight across tyre power turn at Forest Elbow, nose into the wall on this side of the circuit. And they are now...
Qualifying can also have its share of dramas, as Greg Murphy found out in '97.
Let's have a look at this in the replay now. Just gone out. Bow, he's going straight ahead. I think he's had a tyre blowout. It looked like the front tyre may have been flat as he was sliding off the road there.
For Ray Hislop, the EF Falcon. Ray Hislop Racing, he's 33 years old, and I think that's the end of his Bathurst in 1997. Here's another look at how it happened, and it's so often happened today at Mount Panorama. Into the wall, out of the Primus 1000 Classic.
17 seconds behind our race leader. Oh, goodness me! Just as we're running through the leaderboard, and that looks like a major engine failure for our race leader, Wayne Gardner, in the Donut King Coca-Cola Commodore. Look at the smoke belching from the exhaust. Wayne Gardner throws the arms. Oh, now he's dropped a ton of oil, and I think it's the Mitre 10 Ford. Goodness me. Down on the replay.
Whoa, might have got a little bit of a tap there.
Hit the wall is very, very hard. You can see the damage. Let's have a look on the Shell replay. Oh, he's already hit the wall there.
Done it.
Looks like memories of Craig Lowndes' accident there 2 years ago when he got offline, got out on the
look at the diff at the back of it.
Yeah, rear axle's broken.
Really given a major...
Again, that is a very dangerous place. Let's have a look on the Shell Helix replay. What's happening? Oh, I'm not sure whether he got a nudge or he's just lost it, but he's crunched the wall big.
Oh! Welcome back to Mount Panorama. That's Garth Tander and I think Thomas Mazira have come together. Here's your Shell replay on the screen. Thomas Mazira turning all by himself.
Oh, how lucky was that? Oh,
well, that was unlucky right there.
No, but how lucky was Baird to slip through on the inside in the Pertec. Tape change. Let's have a look at that on the Shell replay. He's already hit the fence. Look at the debris. Big hard hit. He was on his own too.
Replay. Oh, this is Ron Nash and Dean Wanless. Dean Wanless behind the wheel. This is heading up towards the Ford Tickford cutting, and that is disastrous for those guys. That's a brand new VT Commodore. This is their first meeting in it. Dean Wanless, the rookie. This will be interesting, guys. Look at this. Radisich.
Oh, what hit the fence behind there?
Was that McLean?
That might be the safety car period. Let's see what happened back there. Looked like just coming through Reed Park. Yes, it was.
Llewellyn and McLean, they are out.
Just saw out of the corner of my eye that car clouding the wall big time. Well, is this the safety car or is that car considered safe? Female Ford, they were the first team to switch to slick tyres when the track was still in it. Oh! Halliday and Wallace in the 3M Falcon.
Now we have seen this part of the track, Forest Elbow.
I hope those yellow flags are waving vigorously. Someone could come around there and nail that very easily.
The drying line there, I'm just wondering how that happened, how he managed to turn it around. Here's the Shell Helix replay.
Could have been contact from another car. Continually plagued. Oh, there was a squeeze there too. Paul Morris, Matt Neal, Big Kev Commodore, the meat in the sandwich. And Cedars paid a heavy price there, rubbed along the concrete wall, but he is a fair way out of that turn. Race director Tim Schenken may consider that. Oh, like a barge pole through the traffic. Look at Neil, he's fighting back on the inside. I don't believe it. Oh, can you believe it? Oh no, Mark Skate's managed to hang on to it. Neil from the side. Is the car right? Can you believe it? Look at this Matt Neil. I cannot believe, what was he doing?
This is the sort of thing that can decide championships. That could have been the end of the day for both Mark Skate and Garth.
We saw him sneak past. This might give us insight. Oh no, he's hit the mud car. Oh. Mark Noske.
And that's what sent them around backwards into the Aussie male elbow. Look at this, no space, nowhere to go.
Not watching where he was going.
I don't think Noske knew he was there.
We just got up to Reed Park and there was a crash up in front and everyone just concertinaed. Everyone was running into each other. I got hit from behind, then I hit the 6 car, I think it was, and I'm not really sure what happened.
This was the one after Skyline.
Gary Holt
smashing it. We lost 3 cars in quick succession, all on the same lap.
42 laps to go. That's still our refueling window.
That's the Craig Harris car, and that is a very, very solid contact. That's one of the downsides of the mountain.
Got to punch it big time.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Too hard.
Just have another look at that from another angle.
There's nothing you can do about that.
Safety car is on the circuit, as we expected. Let's have a look at the replay of what happened. Well, the road was slippery, and
voila.
whoa.
Oh, that's a large.
Here's a replay of the incident. This is the Super Cheap Auto car.
Is it,
The Gibson Motorsport car up
the rear,
front.
has it? Steve Mallory decided to give me a nice couple of touches in the rear end, and I've hit the wall with the nose of the car.
What Steve was doing up there, that part of the circuit, but the Gibson Motorsport cars paid the price.
That's exactly what happened. Came over the top. I heard him say that there was some pebbles on the track, and that was the end. Look at the front tyre, an absolute mess. The interesting thing here is that the dirt didn't stop him, really. He just kept spearing towards the wall. And in a cloud of dust, and Muller, and that's Tyler Megler going in backwards into the bend. A couple go wide. Mountain Straight is let off by Greg Murphy, but the other Kmart Commodore is hit hard. And that's car 15, Andy Prio and Cameron McLean.
We just have a look on the Stratfield replay. Might tell us the story. Well, he's already in trouble then. Wow.
Glass has gone out of that as well. The whole rear window's gone out of it.
The yellow flags come out. Let's see if we can... No, he's already hit the wall there. How many cars get caught out coming through Reed Park now? This is one of the trickiest, most decisive parts of the track.
Yeah, it's happened further back up the road here. This is the aftermath. He's run it around the edge of the track. And
Alex Young made a big loss as the WPS crew prepared for a little hard work back in the pits. Hugh White, in the top 3 at the time, made a late rush at the end of the session and was going faster again when he hit the wall with less than a minute left. Now that stopped the session ahead of schedule.
in trying to be courteous, Lee Holdsworth ended up on a very slippery bit of track on the outside of Forest Elbow. A lot of marble build up, a lot of dust build up, and the Toll IPEC car was underneath him, and then there was that angry pack coming in behind. He probably felt like he was doing the right thing, giving them some room. It actually took him into the wall. Wall somewhere. It's happened further back. I reckon that's up in the Reed Park area. We're looking at him now through McPhillamy. That's right rear damage as well. This is the aftermath, so he's hit the wall earlier than that. He may have been forced offline for whatever reason early.
Zinger replay, this may tell us more. Up the inside goes the Noske Lay, HSV dealer team Commodore.
Was there contact on the right-hand side? He's ended up out of the groove. Just a tiny glance, look at that. Just enough to get him out in the grey. Oh, look at that. Looked like Morris had a bit of a look on menu, couldn't get it done. To begin with, he certainly had the car further down the inside, but as they got around the corner, it was a diminishing hole, and he's made contact with the left rear. And we've got a few angles of it here. Look at the amount of brake dust coming out of that.
Off the 34 car, but this is what happened to 33.
Big rubber belting at turn 2. Got wide out in the grave. Don't know why, whether there was other traffic involved or gravel on the exit of the final corner. Locks the rears just as he turned in, and it pointed him straight at the super cheap buffer there. He's stuck. They'll have to retrieve that car. Looks like it did it all on his own. There wasn't anything on the road by the look of it. Just unfortunate to have a little bit too much rear brake at the wrong time, and smack. That ends another.
Not long ago, here's the Zinger replay.
Oh, just locks the rear brakes as he was about to turn in. And then just an awkward, unbelievably low speed shunt into the wall down there, but it was the sand trap that just stopped it from copping more serious damage. Glenn Seaton down the... Oh! I was about to say down the inside. Not at all. Contact. Quite heavy contact. So he might stay in front of Marcus. Ooh, this is what happened to Greg Ritter earlier. Zinger replay shows that he tripped over the ripple strip and the sand pit and then smacked into the outside barrier there. Unfortunately, the tyre barrier did its job, but gee, that car's taken a battering today.
They're rolling the dice strategy-wise. Is this the Zinger replay? Jim Richards, it is. That was a heavy, heavy hit.
Yeah, just coming out of the dipper is where he's first whacked the wall, possibly made contact with the inside wall or the gutter in there before it actually flicked the car over, and then punted the car. It looked like it was, he was well wide in the right-hand part of the corner. It didn't even look like getting the car slowed down for the left, and he stuck it up against the wall out there at the Falcon Forest Elbow, and he's grabbed a gear and gone on. I think he's actually come back to the pit lane with the car. Here's the view from the other angle, and how much damage is done here. Oh no, it was a bit more solid than it looked from the other angle. So.
See on the left-hand side of your screen is moving around the Zinger replay.
It's a big hit.
And this will show us exactly what's happened to car 11 at the cutting, backs into it, glass everywhere. Marcus Marshall. Same spot as where Stephen Johnson went awry before the top 10 shootout.
A few years ago, his boss Larry Perkins found the wall up.
Car 33, you're on board with Dean Canto at the top of the mountain. Wow.
He hit the wall on the left. Oh. He hit the wall on the left and then cannoned into the wall on the right side at Reed.
That was the view from Jason Richards. This will be the view at the end of all that. So the impact goes much further back. By now, it's just a matter of the dirt and co stopping the car. Before the Radisich incident, Mark Noski in car 51 had an extraordinary scene on Mountain Straight. Now, what happened to Mark? His steering wheel came off over the rise.
Mark's just not been able to stop the car. It's over the top of the rise. The front right wheel is unweighted. It stops, and then when he tries to change direction, the front left wheel stops. And big damage on the front and down the right-hand side of the car. And the other angle there hits the wall. Describes the little bit of push. He's talking about a bit of understeer. Someone's given that wall a decent whack on the exit of the dipper. It's one of the Gary Rogers cars. It's the Lee Holdsworth entry, and it's on his own. Did he get out there onto some of that wet stuff? What a sad end for D'Alberto.
He was in 6th position when that happened.
He's got it mobile again, but he's dropped a pile of... And wide here at the S's, it looks like he may have made contact with the wall up there. Yeah, he has. So that's the reason why the guard is on the tyre, and that's just on the run to the dipper.
Yeah, can't see exactly what's going on. The
problem.
He's complaining of hitting the oil.
It's not him. It's not him. I think it might be car 2. Somebody's got an oil pressure problem, and I've got a feeling it's one of the key runners.
Nice, solid laps.
So,
That was the bird's eye view of Dean Fiore.
So they don't get the point I was making is they don't have to stand still for very long to bring them back up to full. So they've just taken the opportunity. It's like a free kick while the safety car's out there to basically get your car back in ship shape, make any changes you need to make, and dose yourself up on fuel. And here is why.
Oh, it just went on him.
There's a lock up first.
Oh, he's ended up wide. And once he's on the marbles, he couldn't stop it. So he tried to give space, but too much in the end, and that will have broken the front right corner of that car, possibly flattened that tyre. I see him having to put opposite steering lock on to catch it, and that's hurting him. Oh! Well, and there you go, oversteer at just the wrong moment, and that's massive damage.
Here we go, this will unfold our story where we don't see the start of it, we see the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, the good news there is that the contact with the tyres was at pretty low speed, so...
And this may explain why. Big crunch at the top of the wall. Andrew Thompson goes, no dramas, and heads off, and Luke Youlden just went straight ahead. Had no turn in that car whatsoever.
Cold tyres. It's probably locked a brake, can't stop it.
Yeah, just with Will Davis. And Will, any idea what happened there?
No, obviously, yeah, obviously came into the last corner too hot, full fuel and cold tyres, and yeah, not good.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah, that same car with Nick Percat behind the wheel, a little bit deeper, hit that wall and still went on to win the race. That was during the race. This is qualifying. That's shallower and it's much harder.
That was a brush. This is an impact. What these things do, and Garth's done enough of this over the years, this is awkward. This changes the way you think about the...
Hit the fence so hard. I think it's hit the fence so hard. He was already wide, and then he's gone straight ahead now, bang, and that's hit the wheel so hard that it's actually, it doesn't look, the tyre's still inflated,
but can't take it because they have Luke Youlden hasn't taken the sufficient number of minimum laps yet. So there's the replay of what happened to Andy. Popped the tyre and fired into the last corner. You can see, they had such an amazing day yesterday. And how's this?
Oh my God, that is so fast.
Fabian Coulthard was the one in the Lockwood car.
That is, and it finally hit the fence. That is amazing. That he's had to lose here. This is gone now.
Feeding gears, lucky it didn't roll.
Listen.
Couple of interesting moves. Of course, we've spoken a lot about Jamie Whincup, but Chaz
trouble here. Sorry,
Reynolds, yes.
They've got a big problem here with Taz Douglas up on the outside, and he was involved in a stoush on the previous lap, and there was contact between he and Cam Waters. Craig Baird was mixed in it as well. He was reporting. So here's the replay of what happened to Paul Morris. He just completed the stop. He's on the marbles. There's nothing out there in the way of grip, plus cold tyres to add insult to injury.